Think about that for a moment. So you don't even know what the hell you lost. So how are you even going to make a valid claim for reparations? And this is why it's so important for us to understand the true nature of our history. The fact that a slave was not taken out of Africa. Africans were taken out of Africa. The fact that we weren't blessed to come here. We brought knowledge and resources with us when we came here. We brought the knowledge of rice, cotton, indigo, tobacco cultivation. We brought the knowledge of agricultural engineering with us. Remember when white folks came here, they were dying in waves because they didn't even know how to grow food. Our indigenous brothers and sisters, whom we were amongst them, had to teach the white folks how to do that. So America was not just built on our backs, it was built on our brains. So again, in order to make the proper reparations claim, you have to know what you had before you came here. Many of our people were taken from the University of Sankore at Timbuktu. Let me pause right there for just a moment. When I was growing up, we had a saying, man, I'll knock you all the way. I didn't know that was a real place, much less one of the greatest learning centers in West Africa, where people came from all over Africa, Asia, and Europe to study at the feet of our ancestors. We don't know and understand what we've lost. And so there has to be a reconstructive element about our history as it relates to reparations in the process of re-educating us. That's just one example.
Wow, so it almost sounds like you're saying that it would almost make sense for us to have almost like reparations training to just prepare and to learn what we need to learn so we can have a proper conversation about it, right? Because if you have the wrong people leading the conversation, which they always do, by the way, Jade, you'll have President Biden, he'd rather talk to Cardi B than talk to, the scholars and the thinkers and the leaders. So with that said, what have you seen politically, Jade, that you think is coming in 2024 in terms of the reparations debate? I've noticed, for example, that some of the leading black politicians are starting to use some of those buzzwords. I think it was Stacey Abrams I saw who started using words like, I saw her hashtagging reparations, and even I think she might have hashtagged foundational black Americans or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But what do you think is sort of coming upstream politically that we're going to be dealing with in 2024 as it pertains to reparations?
Yes. Okay. The conversation around immigration and how the impact of immigration on the black community, whether it takes resources out of the black community, insecure or unsecured borders, and an influx of folks coming in that ultimately end up in the black community, right? A lot of folks are trying to make reparations a blanketed term, so we get to be very, very specific that we're talking about black Americans whose our ancestors were enslaved in this country, and this country owes a debt to them.